have a sad one for you this week.
That's right. Sorry to bring the mood down, but we've got to do some introspective thinking.
So this week on the podcast, we have all the way visiting from Riley's brain, sadness. And in the second segment, a guest from Chicago, Derry Queen.
And the third segment?
We fight.
And in the
In
fourth,
the fourth segment, we get back on the same rails.
And then we start chewing
And then
on
we together. So enjoy this wonderful, beautiful episode. I love you.
So she is also Riley? So if she does to the dad?
I don't want to talk about that. I just don't want to talk about that.
I see sadness as her own woman, Phyllis.
Phyllis.
Fine.
Thank you.
M.
Oh.
M. Mom!
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with a sloppy seconds. Oh, diva. Our number is 213-536-9180. Our email is sloppy seconds. No, it's a little bit of a cheesy puff. Got stuck in my throat. Our email is sloppysecondspot@gmail.com. Now on with the show. You slap you little not so dirty. Welcome to Sloppy Seconds with Big Dipper and Meatball. Meatball, that's Big Dipper.
a little more pink in the eye.
There's a lot of pink on my face today.
You look fantastic. I love the rouge and the lip color, and the hair is banging.
Bang.
You ever had a drink called a bang? A bang bang? A bang.
I've had Bang Bang Chicken.
What'd you make last night? Pickle chicken?
Pickle chicken.
What's wrong with you?
I saw it on TikTok and I said, I do like pickles and I do have a lot of chicken. And I had extra pickle juice from my...
Pickle juice.
I had some pickle juice. And so I just put the chicken in the pickle juice for 4 hours. I left it in for 6. And I went, why'd the chicken turn white? And I realized it's cooking it.
The pickle juice is cooking?
It's so acidic that it's cooking it. It's like how you make a ceviche with lime juice. It'll cook the fish.
Now that is the type of science that it's overwhelming to me.
So then I made the chicken. And frankly, I don't think chicken should taste like pickles.
So it tasted like pickles?
Yes, that was like the point of the pickle chicken.
You know how sometimes when
it's like brining it.
Okay.
On Thanksgiving, you brine your turkey in a salty, savory water.
And you know how I
just use pickle juice.
When you make a vodka sauce, it doesn't taste like vodka.
Well, you're not doing it right.
I'm doing it right for me. I'm not trying to taste any vodka.
But when you make a vodka sauce, that means you have to buy vodka. Aren't you sober? So you're buying alcohol? So
no,
alcohol
I just mean like a person.
Uh-oh.
I just mean a person.
Oh, the GBT community is going to be mad about this one.
I just thought if you were making pickled chicken, it wouldn't actually taste like pickle, but the pickle would have some help in cooking it, similar to the vodka in a vodka
It did
sauce.
make them tender, but also like a couple of them tasted like pickle.
You're weird. That makes me sad. Speaking of
sadness.
Well, please welcome our guest. She's got a lot of feelings, but one of them seems to be the most prominent. She gets in the way. She's sort of a downer, and she's recently been cited as a person of interest in a homicide. Please welcome Sadness.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Okay, so welcome to the Right Podcast. We say that a lot
You
here.
made it right on time.
You made it all the way from Disney Pixar's Inside Out and Inside Out 2.
Has that been a whirlwind?
Has that been a whirlwind? Everyone loves that film.
That movie is really breaking box office records.
So you guys didn't see me in There Will Be Blood. You're not gonna list my other credits.
I actually haven't seen that film.
Me neither.
I don't see a lot of prestige films.
What about Vicky Cristina Barcelona?
Well, I don't watch Woody Allen movies.
Oh well, there you go. And I wasn't in it, by the way. So it was a test. It was a test.
There you go.
It was a test. Well, I'm happy to be here.
We're happy to have you.
Are you
so happy to be here.
No, I'm actually very, very depressed. By the way, if anybody listening has any Lexapro, my address is 4000. Wait, this is a funny joke. My address is P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney.
There it is.
That's a funny joke for you.
That's a funny joke.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
All right.
you
Why
do
you smoke it between these two fingers?
Because I'm a classy dame. Man.
Do you live down there at the Wallaby Way with Ellen?
No. Ellen is okay. If Ellen was a emotion, what would she be?
Anger,
I think it would be rage.
rage.
I think her emotion would be dance. She loves to dance.
I do.
She does love to dance.
I do have a thought about what is qualifying you and your colleagues.
Sure.
Because some of them feel like vibes.
Sure.
Some of them feel like feelings, and then
Okay.
others are like emotion. I feel like it's kind of loose based on what those writers
Yeah.
over at Pixar really want from you.
Sure.
Is there-
I've seen
are
the
you-
movie and I know a lot about it.
Oh yeah.
I've seen it upwards of one time.
Nice.
My
10 a.m. I believe you saw it.
say that again.
At 10 a.m. I believe is
10
when you-
well, yeah, and indeed it was. And,
Indeed it was 10 in the morning.
my co-stars are awesome. They're awesome.
Yeah. Is there
That's
a joie de vivre in the film?
A joy of
Ooh.
life.
Ooh, what is what's that? Joie de vie?
Joie de vivre. Oh, that means joy.
Like
Oh, I'm saying je ne sais quoi.
Okay.
wait, joie de vivre. Wait, what's je ne sais quoi?
It's something you can't quite put your finger on. It's a little
Okay, the
ethereal.
Olympics were in Paris one time, and this bitch is absolutely
Now we don't know
fluent
the
in
word.
French.
It's
Wait, what is the difference between joie de vivre and je ne sais quoi? Je ne sais quoi is it's got that thing.
Yeah,
And joie
like
de
when you
vivre is
eat
like
a
the
fresh croissant.
joie de vivre, joy of life.
I
Right?
wouldn't bring up joy around our guests.
Because didn't you just recently kill her?
We have some questions.
Okay, well, let's.
I was there for I witnessed a murder this last Friday at Fat Slut.
Oh, great show, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah,
had
you
fun?
fucking stole the show. I mean,
No, I'm saying it's a great show in general. I'm
Oh,
not
I
saying
think
I
it's
was great. I'm
amazing.
saying that the show
oh
is
yeah,
good.
you were great. It's always interesting when one person steals the entire show.
Okay, so I'm a thief.
So you stole.
Okay,
from
so I'm a
me.
So
thief.
you're a
I'm a
murderer.
liar. And I'm a murderer.
You're a
An
murderer and a
alleged
thief.
murderer and a thief.
I've seen worse villains in Hollywood for years. Anybody wants to come for me? I do have a gun.
You stay packing.
And I stay packing. And I did get it at Walgreens for $5 because I couldn't fly from Chicago to LA with a gun. So I blacked out the Nerf on it so that way we don't get sued here at Forever Dog. Okay?
Oh, thank you so much.
You're
Oh,
welcome.
thank you. You know those litigious Nerf
The
lawyers.
Nerf Lords.
Lords.
What?
Lords.
Lords of Nerf.
The Nerf Lords.
Ah,
So, our friend Joy is missing though. She's not returning any of our texts.
Seems like a you problem. I don't know.
But all of a sudden you're around a whole lot.
Well, that's because, listen,
she was also booked for this as well.
Oh, she
And
was.
strangely, just the email started coming from just you.
oh,
It
interesting.
was the
Yeah, you
we
moved
were like,
yourself from the BC.
maybe the BCC.
You moved yourself from the
you were
BCC
giving
to
us the CC.
I was giving
you
you
were-
the CC.
Yeah.
The closed
Carbon copy.
carbon V, by the way. Joy's gone, and if anybody has a problem with that, listen, I'm here to represent for the depressed. Okay, we've been fighting for years. Okay, and I know I usually sound like that one from The Office, Phyllis from The Office, who
Myrtle.
usually Phyllis, but thank you,
Phyllis?
Myrtle Beach represent. If you're hey, out there, but
Wait, what is her real name? Myrtle?
it's her real name's Phyllis. Yeah, they did a big stretch renaming her real life character. Her real name is Phyllis into her name is Phyllis on the show.
Can you imagine your name being Phyllis? Feels very.
Phil. Phil's a cute.
Phil's all right.
Phil's a cute name.
It feels very generational. Like, you think it'll
Yeah.
come back around and become cool? Like Hazel?
Remember when
Ooh.
everyone was naming their kids Apple, Orange, River?
Okay. Wait, I realized
A
I shouldn't
name being okay?
Okay.
No, I realized I shouldn't say there's. I used to work at a school. Okay, I'm gonna break the illusion real quick. I'm not really sadness.
Oh my God.
Wait,
It's Derry Queen!
I have a stroke on camera. Oh, I knocked something over. I used to work at a school, and some of the names at the school, like new kid names, are Gray is a huge name right now. Gray, huge. But I knew a kid. I can't. I'll
With
say
an A or an E.
both.
People don't
Either
know how to
one.
spell
They
anymore.
don't know how to spell. Kids these days. These GBTs,
GBTs.
these chat GBTs.
Leave them L's out of this.
Come on. Also, okay, I'll say this one last thing about working at a school. One time I was in the admissions office and someone called and they said it was a private school, so obviously very queer friendly. And someone called and said, does your school support the LGBs? And we were like, well, yes. But clearly she was okay with the T's. So we're like, okay, this is fantastic.
Yeah, you're like, the T's are the one the Republicans are putting in all the hot water.
And so we were like, yeah, we do. And she goes, this isn't going to work. And hung up.
But you don't know who she is.
No idea who she is.
Oh, this isn't gonna
God,
work.
I love it.
Meanwhile, they're like child sachets a win with like a rainbow
Yeah.
pin on, and is like, we're starting the gay straight alliance.
Listen, I was the advisor for our high school's Gray Straight Alliance in my school. Not
Gray
anymore, though.
Straight
The Gray State
All
Alliance.
the gray kids.
Yeah. All the depressed kids.
All
all
the
the
dark
Come
kids.
on.
kids.
Well, maybe that's where they were.
Come on. Oh,
They
trust
knew.
me.
They
Oh,
knew you were
trust.
already oozing of sadness.
Oh, trust. Oh,
Wait,
trust.
so
Are you still working at a school, or are you full time
I
dragging
just
it
left. Just left this year, full time dragging it up.
and
up? And so
does
that's
it
why
feel
you're
like
working every single night this week.
Yes, I
you're
am.
living your dream.
I wouldn't say dream. I lived my parents' dream, not my dream. Of
This
being a
one?
crossdresser, yeah.
They were like, thank
God. My Irish immigrant parents, they were like, wow, I love it. That's my Irish accent.
Your parents speak with an accent?
Yeah, they're both from Ireland.
Fresh
So
off
you
the
couldn't
Ireland
pick it up at all?
plane?
The only word I can say is anarmus. Oh, it's anarmus. It's anarmus potato. I don't know.
And there's
It's an
like
Artemis potato.
there's like a
Oh, that was pretty good.
That was good. That was
Thank
good.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
an anonymous
No.
potato. Say more, Meatball. I want to hear your
I can't.
Jamaican accent.
That's my Jamaican. Oh yeah, every time I try to go Scottish, it does lean Jamaican.
Let's hear it, let's hear it.
Scottish?
Irish, yeah. Wait. Well, now I feel under pressure.
There's a lot of Irish pride in Chicago, right?
The South Side has a lot of Irish pride. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that where you live?
I
South
don't. I
Side?
live on the North Side.
Okay.
Trying to get away from my roots. I don't want to be around those Irish people. I do
They
love
see
you
the
if they're
name
listening.
Derry and they're like, wait a damn minute.
Yeah, my real name is Derry McDermott. My grandpa's legal name is Dermot McDermott. Isn't that crazy? And he goes by Dermot. God love him. Gotta love him.
Dylan McDermott.
Okay. Or Dermot
Okay.
Maroney.
Well, and they
Okay.
look kind of the same.
Come on. Wake it up.
Wake it up.
Wake
I'd
it
suck
up.
them both off.
Oh my God.
What's your grandpa look like?
You have to go.
Well,
Well.
you're asking the right questions.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh
It's a
no.
Nerf gun that doesn't work. I'll see if I can get it on screen.
Oh!
And that is what's happening in Chicago. Violence.
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 Let's talk about your drag though, because you're now doing it constantly.
Like all the time.
And-
you're going viral every week.
You really are that girl who isn't gonna give you the showgirl 578,
Uh-oh.
who isn't gonna give
Uh-oh.
you the Capizios,
Uh-oh.
Right.
who is not dancing their face off in the high-heeled
Yes.
character shoe. You
Uh-oh.
are
Right.
diving deep into cultural reference.
Say that.
You're opening the envelope, folding it back on itself,
Come on.
holding up a mirror to society,
Wake it up.
a mirror to capitalism,
Mm.
a mirror to Pixar,
Huh?
Pacifically.
Specifically.
And I'm
Um,
married to Gypsy Rose.
Come on.
And so you live, laugh, love for animated characters, or what's the
No.
tea, Christine?
I just love doing f***ed up things to kid things. It's like the inner, like working out of school for 8 years where I'm just like around kid things and I'm like, I want to like, make it kind of f***ed up. Well, Gypsy Rose, I do a Gypsy Rose and that's not a kid thing.
That's not a kid thing at all.
right.
That's an adult.
She just
That's an
thing.
adult
was
thing.
a kid.
She was a kid at one time, as
I think
we all
most
were.
adults probably were.
I would think so.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah.
Were you a kid?
No, I came out like this.
Oh God.
Yeah, just full and
Oh
everything.
jeez. Were you a kid, Big Dipper?
I did kid.
He did
I did
children's
kid
theater.
into. I did. First of all, I did.
he,
Oh.
he was the cowardly lion.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was the Cowardly Lion.
Rar.
Let's go. Rawr.
You know how it is.
Rar XD.
In the club. What?
Rar XD.
Rawr XD means
What
I
is
love you in
that?
Dinosaur.
Oh
Yeah.
God, I'm too old. I
No
think.
MySpace?
No.
Huh.
You didn't have a top 8?
No.
Now he does tops 8. Hey!
How, 8 of them,
Yeah, you
Well,
top
when you
8 of
have
them.
them over for
Yeah.
your groups.
and they're always like, "You ate," and I'm
You
like, "Yeah,
ate
a
that
sandwich.
up."
That's why I'm too tired to you."
God, I
Yeah.
miss topping.
I'm recently getting into it.
Topping.
Really?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
do you live, laugh?
I live, laugh, I eat, I pray, and I love.
go off.
Come on.
Bless.
Come on.
No, you were telling me in the dressing rooms, LA is just everyone's got a boyfriend. I've been
Everyone has
saying
a
that
boyfriend.
for forever.
It's not even just LA. If you're gay,
Say it.
you work in user experience for a tech company, you have a boyfriend, you claim you're not on steroids, but look at your body. Someone has a key to the lock around the chain on your neck, but you're open and hitting me up on Scruff constantly.
Come on.
There's nothing wrong with the hitting up, but it's like, it's when you're like you're flirting with someone and you talk to them for a long time, and then a week into like the exchanges and after having with them, they're like, "Oh yeah, this can't go any further because I have a boyfriend." And
It's
you're
not
like,
even that.
How is it? How have we been talking for a week,
Yeah.
close
And
to
you
a
didn't
month, and
yet
you didn't mention that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
How do you
That's
not bring that
weird.
up?
How does that not? How do you not start with that? Like, I have a boyfriend.
Right. If I had a boyfriend, that's the first thing I tell. I would tell everybody.
Oh yeah, if I had a man, I'd be like, guess what?
You'd say, I have an enormous boyfriend.
I got an enormous cocked boyfriend. Oh, that was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
I got an enormous. I can't wait for my parents to listen to this. My enormous boyfriend. So Trump got shot.
Did you
Trump
do
got.
that?
Was
Did
that
you?
you?
Was that you?
No, for legal reasons, no,
Okay.
no. I just thought we should talk
I
about
still
it.
think it was fake.
Because you want to talk about politics.
I want to talk about politics. No
Well,
one's
the
talking about politics anymore.
No one wants to talk about it.
No one wants to talk about
Well,
politics.
because the DNC is in Chicago right now.
Why do you think I'm in LA right now, girl? I got to get out of there. It's
Hey,
scary.
You know when we're going to come to Chicago?
Say it.
The Olympics 2028. We are getting out of town, baby.
Oh, for
girl.
LA. I was thinking about that. Why the literal are they doing it in LA?
I have no idea. They're so dumb.
It's
the
gonna
streets are
be
going to be like closed
closed.
all the way out to.
Didn't the Olympics like ruin Atlanta's infrastructure?
Yes.
Great.
Isn't that the reason
We
there's
don't
like
have the
bottleneck
infrastructure for it.
traffic everywhere?
Why don't they do it in like literal North Dakota?
Yes,
Like,
like
for
where there's like
real.
a giant field open and ready. Or
Yes.
Texas near the Panhandle. Ain't
Well,
nothing goes on up
I
there.
think they need to do it in a big enough city where people can travel and stay in hotels. But they should do it in a city where there's public transit and like big enough roads.
That's not here.
That's
Send
not
it to
here.
Go to Chicago. Chicago Olympics would be kind
Make
of
them
lit.
swim in the river.
Oh.
Oh. You ever
know,
took a in that river?
multiple. Me and Dave Matthews Band. Okay, you know that story?
Yes.
Come on.
Wait, it was the anniversary like a couple weeks ago.
It's always the anniversary. We're always
We're
remembering.
always
Every
remember.
year
We're
they
always
do an
remembering.
anniversary about it. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back.
And we're back.
Are you a depressed person?
Yes, fully. I'm on. I was on Lexapro. I just changed it because Lexapro made me too sweaty.
And how?
Okay, Prozac makes me sweaty.
Yeah, I'm like, I was on Lexapro for 4 years, and as my metabolism goes, I'm like, I need to get off Lexapro because it's just making me bloated and sweaty.
Yeah, I don't understand why all antidepressants make you like bloated and like not lose weight. It's like it's just adding to the problem.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
depression is
The
bad, and then you're like, why
antidepressant-
am I getting fatter and sadder?
They need to mix that Ozempic
Come
with
on.
that.
They need to mix it with a little. Okay.
Come on,
Get me
okay,
up, baby.
Come on,
Get me
come
up.
on, come on. This is cool.
You ever done it?
No,
You ever done
but
Adderall?
Adderall.
Adderall's legal.
I mean, not. I've done Adderall like
That's the
a couple
clip.
times. Yeah, that's the clip. Hey,
I love Crystal.
I've
oh,
done.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the best.
She's the best. She's the best.
I love that this sweater has rhinestones on it.
You know why? It's because I'm doing this drag competition right now. I don't know when this is coming out, but it's very soonly over. I'm in the finale next week. So
This will be out.
okay. Oh, okay. Come to Survivor at Fantasy Nightclub next Thursday, the 29th, I believe.
Fantasy.
Is
You know about her?
Fantasy across from the LGBT Center next to the Brown
Oh,
Elephant?
just the GBT.
It is next. Yes.
Where is Fantasy?
Fantasy is. It's like north of Boys Town, kind of. It's like near like a Whole Foods.
Yeah, that's where the LGBT Center is.
Yes.
Connected
yes,
to the Whole
yes.
Foods.
Why? You have experience there?
Well, it used to be called like something else, but people were saying,
Come on, something else.
Oh, come on, something else.
No, but
Give me something else. I
people-
want something else. Give me
We
my
were
eyebrows.
talking
I want
about
something
the
else.
we were talking about the logistics of Fat Slut
I
Yeah.
mean,
and
'cause
that,
everyone
like,
wants
there's
it in
no
Chicago,
venue
but
big
there's no
enough
venue.
that would like take on
then
a food
someone-
mess.
Oh.
the
because
food.
Meatball
It's
has
the
talked to a
food.
couple of big venues, but they're like, no, girl, we're not dealing with that. But they said Fantasy was a big enough space.
It's
to
definitely
have,
big enough
like,
space.
So maybe I'll go check it
Essence,
out.
yeah, Essence said that it would work, but she said that the lighting isn't very good, but there's a full video screen, like a video wall.
There is a full video wall.
So when is your competition?
I'll chat with you after, 'cause I have a couple ideas
Okay.
where you can do it. Competition's at Fantasy.
Yes.
And so the reason I bring it up is because I did the sadness number during the competition, and they take points off if your things aren't stoned.
You're kidding.
But for the most part, yeah. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm stoning this Nordstrom sweater.
Are you gonna return it?
I can't now. It's covered in blue, and it's
No,
it's-
famously, you can return anything to Nordstrom whenever.
Oh, I didn't get it from Nordstrom. I got it from Amazon. I just
Oh.
don't want to say Amazon politics,
Bezos.
Bezos.
but it is.
Well,
very
I do
Nordstrom.
like how evenly spaced they are. It
Thank
seems like
you.
you really took your time.
I took
on
my
that.
time. I took my time. You know, I was watching. I watched all of Breaking Bad, stoning this sweater. No, I watched all of Breaking Bad, getting ready for this competition, which is a crazy show. Speaking of
Yeah,
meth,
what is the setup of this competition?
the setup.
Yeah, or like how does it work? Because I did see I watch a lot of the Chicago drag stuff.
Yeah.
So I did see that there was a part where they were like you were insulting each other or like
No, oh, you saw the part where last week we had to say who we wanted to go home. It's very similar to Drag Race, where it's like there's a runway and there's a challenge,
Okay.
and then there's a top and there's a bottom. Clock it.
Fuck
Last
that
week
tea.
we had to say who we didn't want to get into the finale. So this one girl, God love her, her name's the Dom. Hey girl, love you. She said, I think Derry shouldn't make it to the I think Derry shouldn't make it to the finale because she's been doing drag for a long time and she's still not very good at it, or something like that, which is so funny. She kind of ate me up. I don't know. But then I won the weekend I made it to the finale. So
and then did she make it?
she made it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
How many people are in the finale?
4.
Clock that.
Clock
Top
that.
4.
Come on, clock
What a
that.
top four
What do you have
of the
planned?
GBTs.
What do I have planned?
Is it all a secret?
No, it's not all secret. It's there's 3. You have to do 3 runways, 2 lip syncs, and a big production number.
Oh my god, please tell me what you win is like rent money.
It's $700.
For the winner?
I'm excited.
Well,
though.
rent is a little cheaper in Chicago.
Rent is
It
cheaper.
is,
Rent is
but
cheaper.
I would make all your runways like when Got Mick put that little black dress over her
Yeah.
crotch and walked
Yeah.
down the runway. Just
No.
girl, how are you, all that and then $700?
So the first couple weeks, I was like, oh, let me get some custom looks. And now I think it's 8 weeks or 9 weeks long. I've been borrowing so much shit from friends. I'm like, I cannot do this anymore.
9 weeks long?
It's
for
yeah,
$700.
yeah, but it's like it's like
Less
the
than
most.
$100 a week.
It's like the most iconic.
It's less than that.
That's what I just said.
Ugh,
What I literally just said.
I love
Play
when the
it
girls
back.
do math. Okay, play it back.
Jacob,
Run it back.
run it back.
Yeah, but it's really fun. Having a good time.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you feel like I stopped doing competitions forever ago, but I felt like when I was doing it, it definitely stretched my creativity.
It
'Cause,
definitely
like, you're
is.
being kind of tested and you're like, well, how can I still make this funny and about like how me in drag,
Yeah.
but like also new.
How many competitions have you done?
I
You did
did.
Dragula.
Oh, did I do drag? Don't remember that.
Okay.
Something else. I need something else.
Okay.
No, I did lip service at the Abbey like 3 times. And then I did the All Stars one. And then back when Flaming Saddles existed, they had like a country queen competition.
Ooh.
But I can't remember what it was called, but I did that one twice. Never won.
Mm.
A single one.
Mm.
Not even one.
Mm.
And then you did Drag Queen of the Year.
Oh yeah.
Second place.
Damn.
Still waiting to see those numbers. Alaska. Something tells me a
little funky,
a little
funky.
funky. Also, what happened to that girl who won?
Who won your year?
Militia.
Yeah, where'd she go?
She was on a season of the singing Queen
Oh,
of the
right,
Universe.
right, Queen of the
Oh, wow.
Universe.
She
yeah,
did
yeah,
the
yeah.
second season of Queen of the Universe, and I think
And they sang that wedding song that was really good.
She's got an awesome voice.
She's got an incredible
Her
voice.
step down the year after that performance was really incredible. I don't know if you were there or not.
It was, but I think I was down.
Oh, you were
I was-
backstage.
Yeah, because I did my George Santos thing,
Oh,
Mm.
right.
and they were all
The girls lived.
they love.
Girls
Whatever
Night.
happened to that?
He just pled guilty
To what?
to wire transfer fraud.
Can I ask you a question? Because
Yeah.
you spent years as a teacher.
Yes.
And I know you to be an intellectual person.
Oh, wrong, but go off.
How is it? I think I already know the answer to my question, which
Okay.
is racism. But how is it that all of these like like white collar politicians are like under indictment, like guilty of crime, but just out in the street doing press conferences, going to things, doing whatever, and then someone who like gets arrested on suspicion of like mail fraud because they tried to register their kid at their sister's house
Oh,
so
so
they
they
could
could
go to a better school.
Yeah.
They're like immediately imprisoned, held on Rikers Island, and then rotting in a
It's
jail
ridiculous.
cell.
It's ridiculous. I know I said I wanted to talk about politics, and I'm happy you brought it up. This is my platform. I'm running for president, by the way.
Lit.
You have to be
2028. It'd be 35. Oh, you're saying I'm young?
Yeah. I thought you
Oh,
were.
okay. No, it is crazy. I think it's also like a thing of like, so funny that Sadness is talking about this. I think it's a thing of like, also the media, like doesn't want to like covers it but doesn't want to cover it because then it's like if all this is happening at the same time, then the media can't pick up on it, you
Right.
know. So it's like, what the fuck are we supposed to do?
I also think
It's
when
so
they're
That's how I
like,
feel. It feels futile, but it's like, again, the only thing we can do is exercise our right to vote and send letters and
And
like
protest.
and protest.
but it's also like when someone is like indicted, that also means like, girl, the letters were sent out, and then they're like put in line to go to court
Yeah.
in 6 months, and then there's like a hearing, and then so I understand how it's like it can take a year and a half before any of that happens, but I just feel like
But they get off scotch free.
Yeah,
Yes.
like
Like,
nothing happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
And the public forgets about it because
Yeah.
it's been held off for like 2 or 3
Exactly.
years.
And then
we're just
people
like,
who,
oh
like,
yeah.
don't have money for lawyers or can't post bail or
Yeah.
anything like that, their entire life is turned upside down for like something so
Well, also, the other
stupid.
thing about politics that like is still wild to me is that like Lauren Boebert is allowed to go in there and be a idiot and like misspeak and not really know anything she's actually talking about. But like we all kind of forgot that she was like giving her boyfriend a in a theater, like
Oh
at
my
a school
God.
play.
The way I literally forgot about
It's
that.
it's not a school play. It was a regional production of Beetlejuice.
Sure.
But
Sure.
Well,
like
sure.
you're saying a school play like there were kids.
It wasn't a middle school production of Lion King,
Yeah,
okay?
but
It
I
was-
bet there were.
There wasn't no cowardly lion there that time.
But theoretically, like one step further, that's like a sex crime.
I think it is.
Yeah.
You gotta take them to the romantics.
Come on.
Why are you going to all my
I'm not go. I
spots?
don't go there. I do not go there. You ever do public set? Well, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. I want
So
to get back to the Chicago drag of it all.
well, I'm curious, like, how was your drag received? Because it seems like you're very beloved and you have a lot of like shows and a lot of
Yeah.
opportunities. And to make the leap from when we first had you on the pod, you were like, you were balancing a day job with the
Yeah.
occasional gig and
Yeah.
you were doing drag to like express your comedy. And now, girl, you're one of the girls.
One of the gals. It's so funny. Willem in the dressing room at Fat Slut. This is so funny. I was getting ready as Sadness, and she goes, "What are you supposed to be?" And I go, "Sadness from Inside Out." And she goes, "Is that supposed to be a man?"
She was on one that
And
night.
I was like-
she
I was
was
like,
on one.
No, she got me so together. I was like, that is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. So I am one of the girls, thank you. And also one of the men to a certain demographic of disqualified drag
Oh,
race
is
girls.
Sadness a man?
Oh, it's Sadness a man.
Is Sadness supposed to be a man? Uh,
Clock that.
She was on one.
Like what?
She was just goofy.
it was
girl.
fun. It was fun.
There was times where we'd be like, Willem, we have to be on stage right now. She goes, okay. And then like take forever to put on the painter suit. And I was like, okay, well, are you done? And she's like, yeah. And it's like one arm through, half of her
She's
body
trying to
up.
show her body.
Come on. What was the question? Oh, yes, Trump was shot. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, what was the
I
question?
don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Are
No.
you ever? I guess my question is like,
Did the girls come for you?
or did they live?
Oh, no, they live for me. The thing is, I know I'm like very not controversial, but like I like to push the envelope
Yeah.
because I'm a comedian. You
Yeah.
know, it's like that's what I do in comedy too. 'Cause I do stand up and stuff as well. So they do. I'm like a beloved member of the Chicago scene, but like also people are like, oh my God, what the fuck is she gonna do? Like you never know what's gonna happen with me.
But
you
I
know?
like that more than just being like, oh, when you book this girl, you know you're just getting high kicks to a top 40 song.
And I wish I could do that, but I literally can't.
Well, yeah, and sometimes that's what you're
You
looking
want,
for,
yeah,
but
yeah,
sometimes you want someone that's like a great host
yeah,
because you host your own shows and you
yeah.
host Drag Race viewing parties
Yeah,
too.
yeah. That's my number one thing I love to do. If I never had to like do a number ever again, I'd be so fine with that.
Really? Is that
Yes.
true?
Same.
If I just could do stand up and hosting and producing for the rest of my life,
'Cause
oh,
Your numbers are always seem like
They always go
so
viral.
well
Oh.
thought out. So yeah, they strike a chord with people. When they're documented, they go viral. So I just feel like you love doing
I
that.
guess,
but
and I think you
don't.
feel the same way, Meatball. Is like I wouldn't mind, like if I had to do like a brunch, if I never did a brunch gig again, if
Yeah.
I never did like a normal show where like I couldn't be like creative because I know that like I can't dress up for sadness and bring a gun to every single gig.
Right.
I'm okay with that, and I've accepted that. But like, so if I get to be creative and like think outside the box, then like cool, I'm fine with doing a number. But like I less love hosting and producing.
Me
I
too.
love it.
Can you
It's more
describe
fun.
It's so fun.
for the people at home who haven't seen the video or weren't at slut? I guess can you describe the number?
Yeah, so I do a number as Sadness where I come out sad smoking a cigarette and then Joy comes out and changes the song to Happy by Pharrell. Great song. And
Love
great.
Pharrell.
Love
Love
Pharrell.
Pharrell.
Love
Love
Pharrell. Love Pink.
Pharrell.
And then I pull out a gun and I shoot her because I'm like, don't do that. And I shoot her like 5 times in a row. And everyone in the audience, I love watching the videos back because everyone in the audience is like shocked. It's like, that's crazy. And so the thing, I'm also known in Chicago as like creating like discourse because it's like, I posted that video on Twitter and it went like viral or whatever. And then there were like people that were like, guns in the club discourse and
Yeah.
I
like
like that
things
you
like
didn't use a
that.
gunshot sound.
It was like
You used a boom.
I purposely,
perfectly.
come on, perfectly. I purposely chose a gun that looks very fake. Okay, clock it. Okay,
Clock that too.
come on. And I choose sound effects that aren't like crazy,
Yeah.
But like I do kind of love being that that causes like conversation. I kind of love it.
Oh, not a Beyonce quote.
Beyonce
Come on.
girly.
In the words of Hillary Clinton, I got hot sauce in my bag. Okay.
Swag.
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 No, that I remember. I mean, not to be a downer again after I just brought up like a lot of political stuff,
You're
but
gonna do it again?
yeah, I remember after Pulse and after like a couple of like, a spree of gun violence. Like we don't have that every day in this country. I remember like being at a club and some queen had like gunshots in her mix because that is a part of a like musical expression that has been happening for a while. It's like no one wants to play MIA's Paper Planes at the club anymore.
Right.
Like you just get like freaked out.
Yeah.
And that is so, I mean, that's just a wild
That girl
experience.
was me.
You put the gunshots in?
Mm-hmm. To what? What
It
song?
was-
You need to shake it up.
Shake It Off by Taylor
Where'd the audience
Swift.
going? No, I think it was Scats when we were doing the parody of Cats. And I was in the balloon at the end. And then they shot me down out of the sky.
Drag is fun.
Drag is
fun.
fun.
Whatever
I
happened to having
love
fun?
drag.
Drag is whatever happened to fun.
Can I tell you a quick thing?
Whatever happened to?
Predictability. The Milkman, the Paperboy. You didn't know I could sing. Evening Phoebe. There's this thing going around in Chicago right now where I have this video where I have my head out a window and I say, what do I say? I say, should I jump? Should I do it? Should I kill myself? Because I was hosting a pride party and the power went out for 4 hours, so I really did want to kill myself. It was crazy. And so now
It's like you in Columbus.
yeah, it was nuts. It was nuts. And so now there's a thing that people on Twitter say, instead of saying, should I kill myself? They say, should I Derry Queen myself? Which I want to spread that. I think it's so fun. Is it something for the kids? Okay. It's so fun.
It's fun for the kids. It's
fun.
fun for the whole family.
It's fun for the
really.
whole family.
Should I Dairy Queen myself?
Should I Dairy Queen myself?
Should I jump?
Should I
Should I
jump?
do it?
Come
That
on.
video is so funny. No, I had a very similar experience at a gig for a Pride gig, and like during the sound check, one of the speakers exploded and caught fire.
Oh my God.
And then when we were like told to get ready, we had to keep walking back to our hotel because the venue, the power wasn't working, so there was no air conditioning, and it was like hot out. So we were like, again, already sweating, and then walking back to the hotel to walk back to the venue to walk back to the hotel.
Oh my God.
Somewhere.
You know
Somewhere.
what?
Yeah, it was Nina
It
Westfall.
was Nina Westfall.
Actually, it was Nina Westfall.
I'm
All right.
wanting me to get my toes all sweaty.
Come on the pod and answer these questions, Nina.
Nina. She refuses to come on the pod. She's
She knows.
terrified.
Her silence is deafening.
Well,
She's terrified of what I will say to her. Or
yeah,
the
she
stories
goes.
I will tell.
She says, "I can't be seen with you guys publicly."
That's the literal opposite of when we were in
Well, not
P-Town and we
publicly.
went out every night.
She can't be on the record with us because she'll lose all of her jobs.
That's tea.
All right, let's take a
Like
break.
when I did that
Oh,
Disney thing and they made me sign like a little, I won't be annoying for a couple months.
and were you?
I think I was very demure. And we'll be right back after this.